Hey guys, welcome back to Gypsyfae Creations. Today's soap making video is an oatmeal milk and almond honey. I've made this one before, but I've had quite a few requests to redo this one. But in today's recipe, I'm using a few ingredients I've never used before. So let's get started. My oils that have been melted down and sat at room temperature. I also have my lye water solution with a bit of sodium lactate, and we're just going to combine these to a light trace. Two new ingredients in this recipe. I am using some almond milk since it is an oatmeal almond milk and honey. So almond milk, I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to mix that up. And the other new recipe is some honey. I bought this honey at the Maryland Renaissance Festival. This is a local honey. And there was like probably 25 different flavors to choose from, and I decided I'll get the almond. The thing you have to watch out for, and I'm a little nervous about this, is honey is temperamental in soap. It actually will speed up the temperature of your soap. It makes it really, really hot. So you don't want to use a lot of honey. You just want to use probably a teaspoon per pound. And the reason why it does that is that honey is sugar, and when you combine lye and sugar, it actually scorches it, and that's why you're going to get a hot loaf of soap. So I'm going to give that a quick mix. Alright, colors I'm using today, I've got some shimmer gold and some mica gold powder from Nurture Soap. And I'm going to use some titanium dioxide as well. So we're going to have a nice golden creamy looking bar soap. So I'm going to divide this up, and then I'm going to add my fragrance. My fragrance is kind of a top secret blend that I put together. I highly encourage that everyone try to do a blend themselves. But if not, there are plenty of companies and fragrance that carries a fragrance for the oatmeal milk and almond soap. So I'm going to pour my titanium dioxide into my large batter bowl here. Give that a mix. And I'm going to go to this light gold. And this one. Now when making your own soap with honey, you can use any type of milk that you like, whether it's coconut milk, whole milk, goat milk, cow's milk, anything. You can use any type of milk you want. I just figured if I'm making
breast milk.
You can do breast milk too. I don't have any of that. And I don't know who would buy that, but that is a thing. Pouring my fragrance in here. But I thought almond milk would fit since I am making an almond scented soap. Just going to give these a good scraping, mix in my fragrance, and then I'm going to start with the pour. It smells so good. It's so yummy smelling. might run the kitchen vibrator through this real quick to get it a little thicker. It's a little runny. And now to pour it. I'm going to start with this creamy base first. And then I think I'm going to do an in the pot swirl. I'm going to save some of that for the top. Give that a little swirl. And then for the top of it, I'm going to let this set up, this creamy soap batter here, so that I can top it off with the spoon and make it look pretty before I put my embeds on. So I'll let that set up so it gets a little thicker. I forgot something. I want to give this a good tap to get all the air bubbles that are lodged in there. And I think I'll give this just a little spray with the isopropyl alcohol and then put the topping on. Thank you, Bradley. Get all the bubbles out of there. So, I'll be back. Alright, so this has been sitting for a fairly long time. I'm getting a little impatient with it, so I'm just going to work with it here. Spray the top again with the isopropyl alcohol, and then I'm just going to go down the middle of this. And then I've just got the spoon, and I'm going to make some indents in the side of this and make some sort of pretty design, hopefully. So I didn't mention, the reason why a lot of people like to put honey in their soap is there's actually some really good benefits to putting honey in soap. It's really good for the skin. It does create and pull a lot of moisture into the skin, so it's moisturizing. And it actually creates a lot of cool lathery bubbles. Like, who would have thought putting honey in soap would create bubbles? But it does. It has something to do with adding sugar. So it will create a very lathered and moisturizing bar. The embeds that I'm using is actually made out of bubble wrap. I took a sheet of bubble wrap and I put some milk poured all over it and broke it up into little pieces. I'm going to stick them out the side, as well as sprinkle some oatmeal that has some gold shimmer on it down it as well. So let's start with the honeycombs. With this just a little bit. And sprinkle the oatmeal. Side. Alright, and then we're just going to give it a final spray. Excuse me, with the isopropyl alcohol. And let this sit. And I'll be back probably tomorrow afternoon, 24 to 48 hours, depending on how soft and easy the soap comes out of the mold, to cut it. A little close up for you. Alright, we're back to cut this honey oatmeal almond soap. And as you can see, some of the embeds have broke off. So I think the next time I make this, I'm going to have to come up with a different plan. Look at that creamy golden goodness.
Yeah.
Don't you know when you make videos you put your phone on silent?
Apparently not.
Look how I don't know what.
Got a little scoogies on there.
Got a little bit of a little bit of what on there?
Scoogie? Scooby-Doo on there?
They're very round.
They're fat. It produced a pretty cool effect though. The roundness.
It kind of looks like a honey pot now.
It does, yeah. Honey pot.
So what I did is I accidentally, on purpose, took the silicone mold out of the wooden box that this was in too early. So it kind of, whoops, I give up. It kind of created a outward shape on it. Like it's very rounded on some of these pieces instead of...
Point it down, show it into the camera a little bit. There you go. That's a good spot.
Instead of like straight edge, it's kind of rounded. So I'm gonna say I did that on purpose because now it kind of looks like a honey pot.
So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in any of the soaps that you see me make on this channel, check out my Etsy shop. I list them on there, so whatever's available you guys can purchase. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more fun soap making videos. You guys can leave me any questions or comments down below. I promise I will get back to you. And until next time, guys, smell you later.